All right, guys, I got some good news and I got some bad news. So the good news is we're ready to go ahead with the next step and make this look a little better. The bad news is that I was not able to find any icon fonts that have the icons that we need. Now, the other good news is we can always use images. So I'm going to go ahead and search here on Google. You guys can do the same. We need three, four, five icons. We need an icon of a gun, crosshairs, a helmet, something charge, maybe electricity, and then a radiation symbol. So I'm going to precede each one of these searches with the word icon, gun. And I'm just going to grab this one right here. Oh, didn't mean to inspect that. Save image. It's actually under WebStorm projects. There we go. Crosshairs. And I mean, this looks about right. So let's save this as well. A helmet. This isn't very helpful. Sorry, I just sneezed there. None of these really look accurate as to what the image showed, or the Pip-Boy rather. I don't think it's really necessary, I guess. Let's go ahead and grab this one. SVG, should be fine. Then we need energy, so icon charge. And something like this right here, but that has a weird kind of overlay on it. I guess they don't want people taking it. So let's not. Let's search for energy. That will do. Save this. And then the last one is radiation. Or nuclear, rather. But they should both turn up the same thing. One of them should look something like this, but that's not a PNG image, so we can't really use that. Let's go ahead and look at this one. No, we need a transparent background. That's one of the things we do absolutely need. If we can't find one, we can always use one that looks slightly different like this. So save that image. There we go. Now we've got all our images, so now we need to add them in here. This, of course, is the gun. So let me go ahead in here and didn't label them. Maybe I should have. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. So in here, it was right here. And this is going to be 2459-200.png with a class of image-responsive. Save it and refresh. Let's see what we've got here. Set the width of that to 100%. And then we're going to have to apply filters on it. So filter, grayscale is 1. Invert, brightness Actually, let's remove the invert. Just trust on the brightness adding up. Contrast. Zero. That looks a bit better. And then hue or sepia. Right. And then hue rotate is going to be 55 degrees. And then saturate is going to be 20. There we go. Let's have a look at the Pip-Boy. That looks just about right. I think that's as good as I can get it anyway. So let's go ahead and style these up. So in stat numbers, image, we need these. Save and refresh, and there we go. Now I can add the crosshairs one here. So it's right here. So image, and the crosshairs one was this one, I believe it was. Okay. So 27502 200.png. I don't think I need to add a class there. Save, refresh, and this one needs to go a bit bigger. So width, actually, if, yeah, we need to increase that size quite a bit. Not that much. And then we need to margin left is going to be -5 pixels. There we go. I'm going to set this to SM image so that we can style that on its own. Save. Stat numbers. Image. SM image. I think that's what I called it. All right. Save it and refresh. There we go. Now we need that helmet, which I believe that was the SVG image there. Yes, it was. All right, so let's jump. Well, let's close this. That's right here. I'm totally going to rename this. It's going to make it a lot easier. And class image dash responsive. Save and refresh. There we go. Not quite big enough though. So oh, there's padding around it, that's why. So I'm going to set this one to yeah, 140 pixels. Then we're going to set margin left to -20 pixels. 10. Set it to 0. No, it's totally a -5. There we go. And padding dash top is going to be 5 pixels as well. So this is going to be specific to the helmet icon. So we need to add a class here. Save this, jump back over here. Save it and refresh. Awesome, we have 2 more icons to do, and then we need to fix up the numbers and also the general position of this. So the energy that I got must be that right there. It's going to be kind of the same story. I think we're going to need to custom style that. Let's jump down, create image, source, icons, energy, managers.png. and then close that off, save it and refresh. We will need to style that, but for right now, let's leave it as is and go ahead and add the irradiation icon as well. So I'm just going to drop down in here, image source equals radiation icon, and I love autocomplete specifically for that. Save it, refresh, and there we've got all our icons in, but now this whole thing is looking a bit off kilter. What would happen if I removed this one altogether? It's a little too... I could set the first one to spacing. Yeah, let's do that. So instead of having a call 1 at the, or 2 at the very beginning, I'm going to have a spacer numbers. Add it, let's save it, and let's give that an absolute width here. A little more. That looks about right. That looks more right. So let's say 50 pixels. So spacer numbers. It's a really bad name to give that, but it does what we need it to do. Spacer numbers can be this. And then we need to move this row up a bit if we can, and we should be able to. I'm going to say margin dash top equals negative 50 pixels. That looks about right. So this is going to be stat numbers. There we go. This is the main page of the Pip-Boy. It does have a name down there as well, which we haven't added. And a few things are off, like this progress bar should be a bit bigger, and this is something that you guys can play around with. In the next video, I think we're just going to finish up this part just by maybe making it an inventory page. And most of the concepts on all the other pages will inherit from the inventory or data page, so I think just the inventory one will be fine. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.